Surrey or Langley? It's a question I get more than almost any other out there. I sell in both, so I'm not on either side. I'm just going to give you the honest breakdown, and I'm about to bust one price myth that a lot of people get completely backwards. My name is Dan. I sell real estate all over Greater Vancouver, and here's the thing. These two cities are right next to each other, but they are not the same by at all, and both are booming. Surrey is on track to become the most populated city in the entire province, and Langley is one of the fastest growing communities in Metro Vancouver. Both are getting the SkyTrain, so I'm about to compare them both on price, the vibe, amenities, the commute, new versus established, and the long-term upside. Then I'll tell you exactly which one who should pick. Let us start with money, and let me kill the myth right away. A lot of people assume one of these two is way cheaper than the other. On townhomes, that is just not true. A newer townhome in Willoughby, Langley along 208 and 80th, and a newer townhome in Clayton, Surrey sit in almost the same price band. So the city doesn't necessarily dictate which price bracket you're going to be in. The complex, the age, and the size will be more of a factor. Where they actually differ is the range. Surrey has the widest spread of anywhere out here. It has the cheapest way to own a condo in the city center or Wally, right by the King George SkyTrain station, where all the new towers are going up, and it also has the priciest, the big detached homes in South Surrey around Morgan Creek and Grandview Heights. Langley is more concentrated in the middle, mostly townhomes and detached from Willoughby all the way up to Walnut Grove, and its detached homes tend to run a touch less than Surrey's overall. And prices really do move around, so don't lock a number in your head from a video. Check the current benchmark when you're actually shopping. Next, the feel, because these two really do feel different day to day. Surrey is bigger, busier, more urban. You got the towers, Central City Mall, and the SFU campus at City Center. Huge diversity and honestly some of the best food anywhere, especially out in Newton along King George Boulevard. It feels like a city building itself a real downtown. Langley feels more suburban, more small town. There is the historic village of Fort Langley on the river, the newer family suburbs like Willoughby and Walnut Grove, and then the actual land and acreage down in Brookswood and Campbell Valley. So Surrey feels like a growing city. Langley feels more like a growing town with the country right behind it. Neither is better. It just depends on which one you were looking for. And here's something that's true in both of them. Whichever one you pick, the home itself can still surprise you. A townhome in Willoughby or a condo in Surrey City Center can be hiding a special assessment or a repair bill you cannot see on a Saturday showing. So before you make an offer in either city, you can grab my free homebuyer checklist. It's the exact things I would want checked first, and it's in the link in the description below. Back to it. Now, in both cities, what is there to actually do? Surrey wins on the city stuff, the big malls like Guildford and Central City, the university, the aquatic centers, and every kind of restaurant you can think of. Langley leans the other way, more outdoors and more charm. Fort Langley for a weekend wander, Campbell Valley Park for the trails and the horses, the Langley Event Center out in Willoughby for the Vancouver Giants and concerts, and this surprises most people. Langley has its own little wine country out in the south with a ton of wineries like Township 7 and Chaberton. So if you want city amenities on your doorstep, Surrey. If you want small town weekends and a bit of country, I'd pick Langley. Now, the one that decides it for a lot of people, the commute. Surrey is closer to Vancouver and it already has the SkyTrain. The Expo line ends at King George in Surrey City Center. So if you want to live near that line, you can be downtown without ever touching your car. Langley is much farther east and it does not have the SkyTrain yet. For now, you are driving Highway 1 or Fraser Highway to get anywhere west. The gap is closing though. The Expo line is being extended all the way to Langley, 16 kilometers down Fraser Highway, 8 new stations opening late 2029. But today, if you commute into Vancouver every day, Surrey has the edge. If you work out in the valley or from home, Langley is no problem at all. So what about brand new versus older established homes? Langley's new construction is concentrated and it is huge, almost all of it in Willoughby and pockets like Yorkson and Latimer. Surrey has plenty of new as well out in Grandview Heights, Clayton, and Fleetwood, but it also has established big lot neighborhoods like Newton if you want an older home with more land. So both give you new. Langley if you want it all in one newer community. Surrey if you want to choose between brand new and settled. A question I get very often is which one grows more from here? Honestly, both have a strong case because both are getting rapid transit. In Surrey, the eyes are on City Center, Fleetwood, and Clayton, right on the new line. In Langley, it is Willoughby and Willowbrook, right by those last two stations. Just do not buy on the SkyTrain hype alone. A future station helps, but you still have to buy a good home at a fair price. The train doesn't fix a bad building. Quick one for the families. Both cities are growing so fast that a lot of the schools are packed, sitting on portables. So check the catchment and whether the school actually has room. In Surrey, families love Cloverdale, South Surrey, and Panorama Ridge. In Langley, it's Walnut Grove and Murrayville. Both are great in their own way. Just confirm the exact catchment for the exact address. So who should pick which? Pick Surrey if you want the cheapest condo entry, if you commute into Vancouver and want the SkyTrain today, and if you want the most variety and the most amenities, or if you want that South Surrey near the beach type lifestyle. Pick Langley if you want a detached home that tends to run a touch less than a lot of the more expensive areas in Surrey, a more small town suburban feel, or real land in space, and you're okay driving for now or betting on that 2029 SkyTrain. Or to make it dead simple, first time buyer on a tight budget who takes transit, Surrey City Centre. Young family who wants a brand new townhome, Willoughby and Langley. Want the most land and an older detached house for your money? You can take a peek at Newton in Surrey or the south side of Langley. Match the home to the life you want and the city basically picks itself. So there's no winner here. There's only a winner for you. And whichever way you lean, use that free checklist before you write an offer so you're buying with your eyes open. It's linked below. Do not pick the city first. Pick the lifestyle you want and then the city will follow. And if you want the full street by street on each one, I made a moving to Surrey video and a moving to Langley video, whichever one you are leaning towards next. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.